It's Sensei Eric. Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is about running. And running is obviously great for so many reasons. Leg strength, great for coordination, great for focus, great for body control, excellent heart health conditioning, respiratory conditioning. Like, it's great, it's fantastic. So we use running many different ways here in the classes. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a couple of fun running drills. So first things first, again, as a reminder, make sure you have a clear, safe space. Even if you don't have a huge space, doesn't matter. Maybe 5 feet, okay? You can go back and forth. There's a lot of ways you can do this. You can even do this just running in place. So we'll use a couple of props today. I'll show you how you can grab something from home to simulate those things, okay? So let's get started. All right, so the first drill that we're gonna do for our running drill, this is called Hungry Tiger. So Hungry Tiger is really fun because the tiger, who's really hungry, is gonna chase the kids around the room and try to eat them, okay? So parents, what you wanna do is use your hands like the jaws of a tiger or anything else you have. Even if you have a couple of those fun noodles, you can get those noodles and sort of bang them together. You can get a couple of pillows, do the same thing, bang them together. Anything that simulates the hungry jaws of a tiger, okay? So again, clear space. And what you do is, as you chase them around, and they got to keep running just to work that exercise and look where they're going for safety. Part of running is obviously being aware of where you're moving, okay? So as you move around, at any point that you say stop, they need to stop and freeze exactly where they are. Now, you can choose to have them freeze in any position that you want. You can choose to have them run to a very safe location. Maybe they're going to stand on top of a little pillow that's on the floor. You can put just a piece of paper down as a marker, whatever it's going to be. Just have them stop. So designate either a place and or a position that they need to be in, okay? So here's how it works. We're gonna pretend I got a little leopard here, okay? Soon I will at home. So, all right, so we're gonna have this little leopard running away from the hungry jaws of the tiger. I'm gonna chase him around. Boom, keep going, run, freeze! The little leopard is gonna freeze maybe in position 4. Maybe they're gonna freeze in a flamingo stance. Maybe they're gonna freeze in their coolest ninja pose. Maybe they're going to freeze on top of a marker, okay? Maybe they're going to freeze position 2, or just sitting down, or laying down. You get the idea, okay? So let me grab a couple of the noodles. We'll do the same thing. Be right back. All right, coming on back in. So if you have these pool noodles, we call them dragon tails, but if you have pool noodles at home, same thing. Just try to chomp, get them to hit to each other, chase them around. Really good stuff. You can even do it where the jaws of the tiger open up super big and they gotta run and jump over the bottom jaw through the space, and then you try to chomp the tiger, and then they just get a little kick out of that because it's, you know, it's fun. Okay, so that's a really great running drill to do, is the hungry tiger. Okay, so the tiger's running around trying to chomp them. I would suggest do that for probably a certain amount of repetitions, or maybe for a certain amount of time. So if we're gonna do it for 10 seconds, and then they stop after 10 seconds. Or maybe you're gonna do it for 10 different repetitions for maybe 5 seconds each, okay? Or any combination of the both of those, okay? So let's do that, okay? So hungry tiger drill, super fun. And make sure you reward them for doing a great job, okay? Obviously, you don't have stripes to give out at home. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But maybe make up a couple of little stripes with a little strip of paper, okay? Color it whatever color they need to do. They can color it themselves, and then they can make a little loop out of it, and they can make a necklace out of it for now, or they can, you know, try to strap it around their belt if they can, little paper stripes. Something to acknowledge the great job that they did with that drill, okay? So enjoy the hungry tiger drill, all right? So our second drill that we're gonna do is just running back and forth, okay? Now this might seem easy to us, okay, but the ability to look where you're running and not hit or bump into someone else or something, they don't think about that. While they're running, they just think about what's chasing them, or they just think about, you know, whatever, or they're looking around. So running back and forth, okay, again, if it's a large space, great, that's awesome. Have them run back and forth, just make sure it's not slippery, okay? If it's a smaller space, they can still run back and forth. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna have the little leopard run forward. We're gonna have them run backwards. Backwards is tough, especially the longer you go, because more momentum builds up, and the likelihood of the knees straightening and then getting on their heels increases, which means they could fall backwards and over. okay? So the goal is to try to keep them leaning forward a little bit while they're on their tippy toes running backwards to start. Once they get comfortable with that, then you can actually have them just run backwards how they think it's supposed to be done on their own, okay? With the back a little straighter. Always be there, ready to sort of catch them. Again, make sure there's nothing dangerous around for them to do that with, okay? So what you can do is have them stand in a certain position. When you tell them go, they just get going as quick as they can, and then stop. And then have them go backwards. Get going as fast as they can, and then stop, okay? That's forward and backwards. The running forward and backwards drill is great for the Sorrel white belts, the Sorrel yellow belts, the Sorrel orange belts, and the Hungry Tiger drill is good for them too, but it's a little bit more distracting from where they're running, so I would save that maybe for belts like the Sorrel purple, blues, and greens. I think that's a good one for them, even the browns, reds, and blacks, okay? So because they can think about what's going on and look where they're running a little easier than somebody who's younger and in the newer belts with that, okay? So again, to review, we've got the Hungry Tiger drill, chase them around, make those clapping sounds, you can make little tiger growls, grrr, grrr, get them, okay? Or you've got the back and forth running drill, okay? Any of those can be done in a starting position and a finishing position of whatever kind you would like to do, all right? If you think of some kind of creative twist to it, add it in. Heck, tell us. That'd be awesome. I'd love to have a little creative twist of those things so the leopards can enjoy that as well, okay? So community minds think great. So get that going. Make sure you reward them. Give them high fives. Let them know they're doing an excellent job. And remember to start the class with them kneeling and breathing for about 10 seconds with their eyes closed to get themselves separated from everything else that's been going on at home. Have them finish the class the same way, kneeling and breathing for about 10 seconds. Give them a hug, tell them you love them, give them a high five. Make sure your family mantra is mentioned, whatever that might be. You know, we're a family of champions, you know, or you know, whatever it's going to be. Okay? So enjoy that. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email us or just reply on this video. Thank you so much, and enjoy your class.